My tip for today is about content marketing and not abandoning your core audience. Let me kind of unpack this a little bit. So, one of the things I notice on a pretty regular basis for those marketers and business owners who are out, creating content for their audience, they have a tendency to either just talk about a lot of things or they start with one thing and then they get broader. And I'll give you an example. I am a huge fan of Donald Miller, as many are. I use the StoryBrand framework in my own marketing, modify it a little bit to fit, what I do in my business, and think it's a very strong way to position and tell your story from the standpoint of marketing. I mean, I've got his book right here, right? And I love his content. I listen to his podcast. I read his, whatever he puts out there. And he's been recently doing these daily videos. And they're really great videos, but they're kind of like all over the place. So I'm a solopreneur, okay? I basically run a boutique agency, and my desire is not about building a big enterprise or having tons of employees. I do have a team. It's a virtual team and it's a close-knit team. However, we work a little bit differently than a lot of these other companies that are, more traditional, where the people go into an office building or they work together in Cubicle City. And so that's kind of like my world, and my desire is to maintain that and just make it more efficient and just more fun as I move forward. I'm not looking to exit or sell my business or do anything like that at some point in the future. This is my passion. I love what I do, and my clients are very dear to me. So I like that intimacy about my business. And in these videos, I always pull something out of value because he has a lot of great things to say about business in general. He interviews a lot of great people on his podcast. But I've noticed that these daily videos are starting to talk more about like empowering teams in companies, and all of a sudden it's like I feel like he's not talking to me anymore. Now, I don't know what Donald Miller's and the StoryBrand strategy is for a business. He is a much larger business than I am, and so he may be looking to do something a little differently as far as his audience and his ideal client. So he's adjusting his content. But what it made me think of is that as we are marketers and putting out content and talking to our prospects and clients, and we're inviting them into our story to create possibility for them, when we change the content direction or the content listening, where you're basically kind of widening the scope of who you're talking to, all of a sudden that ideal client says, oh, they're not talking about me, they're not talking to me, they're not giving me information about how I can improve my business. So that's just one example of when you're doing your content marketing, always make sure you remind yourself who your avatar is, who you're talking to. I mean, create a persona around it if it helps. And that way, every time you sit down to write a blog post or create an article or even a lead magnet or a nurture series or whatever content that you're putting in front of that prospect or that client, you want to make sure that you're really talking to them. And that requires empathy. It requires emotional intelligence. You have to have a relationship with that person or that person's problems in such a way where you can actually talk about it so it's beneficial to them. And they go, oh my gosh, Terry, I needed this information. You have no idea how this hit me today. It was like perfectly, exactly what I needed to get through the day kind of thing. And you want to hear more of that. You want to hear your clients coming back and your prospects going, oh my God, Terry, I can't believe that you have no idea how much this article helped me or this video was beneficial to me. So it's just a reminder about your content marketing. Make sure you stay on brand, on message, and always have your client in mind when you're creating your content. All right? Hopefully that was helpful. Get out there and create some great content for your clients. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. And please listen to my Simplify and Multiply show. And reach out to me anytime, Terry at better3.com. Thanks, and you have a great day.